All right, everyone. This is Brian Smith with another edition of the FGA Report, and I am joined by Mr. Troy Ford Jr. Welcome to the show, sir. You're at Calvary Day in Savannah, Georgia, class of 2023 linebacker. Thank you for coming on the show, my friend. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. For those of you that don't know him, and a lot don't, because he is down in Savannah, Georgia, on the border of the ocean, and a lot of schools don't hit down that area quite as much. This is a young man that can play linebacker. He could play D end. He could probably be an H back or fullback, tight end if he played offense. He is a defensive minded player, though. We were just talking before the show. Some of his prime schools right now that are really coming after him that have already offered include South Carolina, UCF, Auburn, and Mississippi State, among others. He's got Missouri and some other schools that have offered as well. SEC, ACC, Big 12 kind of recruit. Troy, what would you say are some of the main attributes that define your style of play?
I would say definitely my explosiveness. No matter where I go, no matter what position I play, I'm gonna try to be as explosive as I can. As hitting people. That's all it's about, really.
There's nothing wrong with that because football it does help to be physical.
Oh, yes, sir.
You told me before the show that one of your best attributes is playing off the ball and playing in coverage. You were give or take 240 as a sophomore. You've dropped some weight. You're in the better range of 220 now. What is it about coverage that helps you? Like, why are you good in coverage? That's a very good skill for a linebacker.
I don't know why I was good at it. I ended up I would say my sophomore year probably wasn't my best year for pass coverage because I was a little bit bigger and all that was tighter. And then I ended up playing 7-on-7, and that really
Okay.
helped me. Just probably my hips. My hips were the best thing. I was able to open my hips faster and all that. And then on top of that, it helps me coverage or my recruiting big time.
Oh yeah, speed. Yeah, if you can't run, teams will find you.
Oh
They
yeah,
they they will take advantage of you in a heartbeat. Okay, well, here in a second, I'm going to pull up some film, but the things that I noticed from watching your film, and I've seen your film two, three times, is that you are a physical player and you can play with your hand in the dirt or you can play off the line. I really liked you hand in the dirt, but this is high school, and you brought up to me that you're about 6'1", so you think long term you're better playing off the line of scrimmage, which I tend to agree. So
yes, sir.
I'm gonna get the video started here. It's really interesting. A lot of kids are more savvy than they used to be. A lot of kids used to tell me, "Hey, man, I know I can play running back at Florida State or whatever it may be." And quite frankly, I always used to laugh because certain kids just don't have that kind of ability.
Oh yeah,
And kids now are a hell of a lot more savvy. This is what I'm capable of doing. This is better, etc. So playing in space is one thing, but this is important because it just shows your physical. I mean, you just beat that guy up pretty bad. It's amazing how many kids 10, 15 years ago just didn't have a clue. And I'm seeing a good trend. So
oh, yes, sir.
I like the physicality there. It's funny that even in pass coverage, you kind of play with your hands.
Oh yeah, I try to
Yeah,
get as much as I can.
absolutely. But again, I like the physicality, and I'm glad you put a lot of your footage of D end on there. And I know you just tried to help your team, but your closing speed is shown, your ability to bend, stay low, break down, and knock guys is always there. And this right here is just funny. But I don't even know what that guy was doing. But it's fun, and this is the most important play on your footage: pass
Oh yeah,
breakup. If you can cover and you're a linebacker, schools will like you. And right here again, you just knock the guy to the ground, and then you help out here at the end with a little push. But playing in coverage will allow you to get more offers, and then playing physical, poor quarterback right there.
oh yes, sir.
Playing physical, you combine the two, and you've got another year of high school left, your class of 2023. I think you could be a really helpful special teams player as well because you play in space, and special teams are a great way for a young linebacker to get on the field at the collegiate level anyway.
Oh yeah, anything to help or any way to get on the field.
When you moved to D end, had you ever played it before? Or they just say, "Hey, this week we have to play you there."
Um, Not really. I mean, middle school I played a little bit of D line, but
Middle school.
in middle school, mostly middle school, I also played running back and linebacker. So and then I was mostly like new to that. So
Well, it's interesting because you've got some natural penchant for making inside moves and outside moves, using it straight arm, keeping the offensive tackle off of you. That's pretty rare. You've just got a natural knack for playing the position, and you change direction quite well. Um, Good forward lean, hand extension, fight off, change direction again and make a tackle. I'd imagine your coaches have coached you pretty well. You did a good job right there getting his hands off of you, getting underneath with your pads.
Sure.
I mean, 3rd down and 8, I could still see you playing defensive end at the college level because, it's just if they want to run the ball, so be it.
Oh
This
yeah.
is another point. If you have versatility and you can play more than one position, it adds to your recruiting acumen. I mean, teams are going to notice that. So,
Yeah, it helps me a lot playing multiple positions.
yeah, I think it's pretty interesting that more schools really don't do it as well as they should. Did you get a chance to play any offense this year or just D?
Oh no, sir. I ended up playing just straight defense this year. I broke my hand. I shattered it in beginning of the season.
Oh,
Oh yeah. So like trying to catch the ball was really
that's not fun.
oh yeah, almost felt new to me. But last year I think I had like 4 or 5 touchdowns as a tight end. So
Oh,
last
there you go. There you go. Oh, that's hilarious.
year.
That's one of the worst plays I've ever seen in my life. He just threw the ball towards the defense.
I mean, I think you're
That's
scared.
great. That's great. It's just hilarious. Sometimes high school football is just fun to watch for the entertainment value.
Oh yeah.
That's great right there. This is a good inside out play. That's another play that shows your ability in space, and it's an opportunity for you to run it down. And here's another one. You're
Oh,
running all the way from the backside. This running back,
oh yeah,
nice job getting around, but
yeah,
still.
he's committed to Florida State right there. Had a good game against them.
Which kid is that?
Rodney Hill. He was like a
Oh
three.
yeah.
Yes,
He's a good
sir.
player. Rodney he can motor.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a terrible pass. Throwing off your back foot, man. It's never the best option.
Dangerous.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, I think we've got enough on the footage here. Um, here's the thing that I want to discuss now. It's obvious that you can play. You're in Savannah. Again, for those of you that don't know, it is on the coast in Georgia. It does have a coast for those of you that don't know and are geographically challenged, which there are many in America, sadly. And it's right on I-95. I drive by it all the time to go see my cousin in Charleston, South Carolina. But it is isolated. You're about an hour and 40 minutes, hour and 25 minutes, somewhere in that range, depending how fast you drive from Jacksonville, and similar range to Charleston. You're just like right in the middle of those two cities. I know there's an airport there, but colleges don't recruit your area. Like if you lived in Gwinnett County, which I'm sure you're very familiar with, just east of Atlanta, and it's my favorite county in the country because like it's one-stop shopping, quarterback to safety. They've got a little of everything.
Oh yeah.
You would have even more offers. I mean, you've got SEC, ACC, you've got Notre Dame offer. You've got a lot. What do you think it's like trying to get exposure? You've been lucky and you've broken through, but like I interviewed Zaquan Bryan. He's a hell of a receiver. He had 15 touchdowns this year. That dude, and he barely has any offer.
Oh yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like he runs by guys. So what do you think it is about being in the Savannah area? Is it just the exclusive, like we're in the middle of nowhere? What is it with the exposure that it's causing a problem?
I'm not really sure. It's always been a problem with Savannah. There's always like a few like standout players, and those players bring more and more attention. So like, I'm not even sure. It's probably because we're just so deep in the South and almost to the ocean. I almost forget about us. So like, people they like that I stay in Savannah. That try to help. Like I try to help other people get recruited and all that because it's just I know how hard it's been. I follow like 4,000 people, and most of them are
Oh
coaches.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh wow. That's a
it's
lot, bro.
yeah.
That's a lot. Auburn, Georgia Tech, Indiana, Missouri, Notre Dame, South Carolina, Tennessee, UCF, Virginia Tech, West Virginia. I mean, you've got a lot of offers. So you're in a good position and you have another year left. Are you planning to go to any camps, any combines, anything like that? What's the plan for this next year?
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go to probably Rivals and then a 247 camp. Just I
Sure.
plan to like take this year up a notch and just show out as best as I can. I'm gonna go to like a Florida camp if I can, Georgia camp, try to get these other offers, these big time offers, and see if I can compete with levels, or compete with that level and all that.
That's the way it should be, brother. That's the way it
Yes.
should be. Um, one last question, and I'll get you out of here on this. What does your best vision for between now and the end of next season? What do you have to do to take your own game to the next step?
I've been thinking about a lot. Probably self motivation is probably
Okay.
most important than anything. I'm gonna push myself harder than I've been pushed before. I know that I'm preparing for it, and just take every day and get better 1%.
That's the way to roll, buddy. You can only do so much in a 24-hour period, so
Yes, sir.
make the best of it. Well, Troy, thank you very much. I appreciate it. FGA report's going to be around for a long time, but I like having kids like you on. A good player, but doesn't get enough exposure. Make sure for all you out there, hit the like button and subscribe. This is going to be a lot of fun doing this, and I look forward to seeing you. I'll be driving by. I'll stop by and see you, man.
All right.
Everybody have a great day. Thank you very much.